while since I've done this. What's up, Internet? Cory Zamier here, collecting with Cory. It's been a while since I've done this because, well, I don't know. I feel like I said it on a video on the channel, but I was kind of retiring for a while. But I kept getting a lot of comments wondering if I was okay, wondering if I was still around, if I was still collecting, stuff like that. Still collecting, as you're about to see. Probably collecting more than I should with the space I have available to me, because I really only have these two shelves, and that's about it. Worth of space, and it's pretty packed. So, let's see what I picked up at pawn shops, thrift stores, flea markets, retro video game stores, and I believe GameStop and Christmas. First up is going to be the oldest thing I could think of in this stack, and it's because it was from Square Enix stores pre-Thanksgiving sale. It was like 3 days before Black Friday, so it's weird calling it a Black Friday sale. But they had a whole bunch of stuff, highly discounted. And I would say look out for their sales, but be willing to wait like a month and have terrible customer service while you're waiting. You pay for shipping, and then they don't ship it out for literally a month later. And if you try and contact anybody there about it, because, you know, they have 100 of your dollars for the stuff you got, and you didn't get any stuff, so. Anyways, I did pick up a decent amount of PlayStation 1 RPGs like Chrono Cross, the Final Fantasy Anthologies, Origins, and stuff like that. That was all for eBay and Amazon resale. The only thing I'm going to be showing you in this video is the stuff I'm keeping. So, first up, all these are sealed. They'll stay that way until I decide to play them, if I ever do. We have Final Fantasy Chocobo Tales, Dragon Quest Monsters, Joker, Final Fantasy, 4 Heroes of Light, The Legend of Cage 2, or The Legend of Kage, however you want to say that, Space Bust-A-Move, World of Final Fantasy, and the one I was really excited to get, Lost Sphere, Square Enix RPG that came out on the Switch. The next stuff I'm going to show you is... Actually, this was kind of a Black Friday deal. Actually, these were both Black Friday deals, so I'll show them both. Got the terrible Legend of Zelda Complete TV series. This was on sale for, I think, $4 at Walmart. I just decided to pick it up just in case I ever wanted to watch it. And because it would be nice to actually find something at a Walmart on Black Friday. The next thing was Shining Resonance Refrain. The Draconic, said that word really weird. Draconic, said it weird twice. What the hell? Draconic, Launch Edition. I would say that this is pretty cool, but it's kind of weird the way that the slipcover fits. Like, it barely, like, has any, like, hold to it. Like, the thing is just, like, falling out of it. I don't know. But really cool. Comes with a steel book to protect the regular Switch case in there. So it's really not really a steel book. It's more like just a steel case. But it's whatever. Now that I've shown it in a video, I can finally put it away and not have it on my shelf. Just waiting there for this video. Next up, I think this is the only... Oh, actually, there's two of them. These are the only two things I found, I believe, at my weekend flea market, the outdoor one. I got a Double Dragon Tiger electronic handheld in pretty decent shape, a few scuffs on the screen. and at an indoor flea market that I'm probably never going to again just because it's really far away and it's really, really mediocre. And there's no cell service whatsoever, so you're pretty much going in there blind if you're trying to find stuff that's of value, whether it's for your collection or resale. Picked up Sting Tiger Electronic, never even heard of it, but it's brand new sealed, and they scribble out the barcode or whatever, but sealed! I believe these were thrift store finds. Found a lot of stuff at thrift stores. This is the only stuff I'm keeping. This one's even questionable because I don't think I'll ever really play this or have fun with it. It's Classic Football 2. This was made in 2002 by Mattel. We have some thrift store finds. This one still has the stickers all over it because I literally just put it on the shelf to be shown in a pickup video. This was Target clearance that Goodwill ended up with. This is a 3DS Essentials pack. So it has some cases in there to protect the games, a Pokemon stylus, a cleaning cloth, and a Pokemon themed carrying case, which I might use eventually. This next game is one I'm actually going to open up on camera here because this is a thrift store find I had. Possibly when I was still doing videos. I don't even know if this might have made it into one of the videos. I don't remember. My wife found this at a Goodwill. I think it was like $5 or $6. And at the time we picked it up, it was going to be for resale. Well, this game's fallen off the face of the earth value-wise. And I've decided to start trying to collect all the RPGs. Just in general. All the RPGs. And Ni no Kuni 2, the Revenant Kingdom, that would count. However, the thing that really got me, and it might have been a reason it didn't sell, the disc is loose in here. So I'm going to open it up, fix that, and just put it on the shelf. For something like this that the value's basically died off, doesn't hurt to put it in the collection if it's a game you actually will play eventually or would like to play. So let's crack this open. If I could actually get this to open. Make sure it's not damaged, and we'll put it on our game shelf. Yeah, just a loose disc. And because it's a PS4 disc, it's pretty safe anyway, so I wasn't too concerned, but gotta get that rattle out of there. Alright, real talk, guys. I haven't done this YouTube thing in a long time. I feel super awkward on camera. But I do have some ridiculously good finds for you. Not this. This is just a mediocre one. I overpaid for this probably. This was technically sealed, but the seal was coming off of it, and I wanted to hold on to it anyway because it's an RPG. This is Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory for the PS4. I believe this is a sequel to the other Cyber Sleuth game. I don't really know anything about it. I don't have either of them. I've never played a Digimon game, but it's an RPG, so I'm keeping it. I think I paid $10-ish for that. Next game, Casual Power Stone 2. Found this for $1 at the Goodwill. Just gonna breeze right past it like it's not a big deal. Actually, this is a big deal. This is one of the best games on the Dreamcast. This is one of the most expensive games on the Dreamcast, and it fluctuates in price from what I'm seeing on eBay. But it is one of those games that I've always wanted for my collection, and you ever get to that point at the Goodwill where you have like a very expensive game that you see, and you have like that 2-second moment when you haven't opened it up to see if it's in there yet, or to see if the right disc is there. Oh man, when I saw this and I opened it up and the disc was in there, and I was just like, oh fuck, thank God, thank fucking God. The disc is scratchy to a point where I question whether it'll work, to be honest with you. But I think I am going to be getting a disc resurfacer pretty soon, so might be able to fix that myself. If not, I'll take it to a local game exchange and get that cleaned up at some point. Keeping that for $1. There are some other games. One of them's actually here. This one's worth about 20, 25. This is another one that I got there for $1. Never heard of it. Outrigger, however you want to pronounce it. Bought it for $1. Goes for about 25, but it is scratchy, so I'm gonna get it resurfaced and then test it out. All right, what is next? Do we want to go with stuff I got from Sam? Stuff I got from GameStop? Let's go with the stuff I got from GameStop. Stuff I got from GameStop. Arbitrary pickup of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Not a big fan of this, the way people play it, with the being like a fighting game. I prefer it as a party game to play with friends every once in a while. But that also means I suck ass at it. Oh man, with the way YouTube has changed their algorithms and all the stuff with like swearing and videos having problems with monetization because of swearing, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble because I just realized how many times I've sworn on this video. And even in the process of trying to explain that I'm thinking about that right now, I almost swear. Like, I want to just drop F-bombs left and right. It's just in my nature. This stuff I picked up because GameStop was having a 3 for $15 sale on anything that was $10 or less, $9.99 or less. A lot of this stuff was to sell on Amazon for me, but there was some stuff I picked up for myself to keep. That is Song of the Deep. Here it's a Metroidvania for the PS4 and Xbox One. This one I'm literally only keeping because it's a mech game. It has a single-player story, which I don't believe the first one did. And it's cheap enough that it's not worth selling. This is the only Xbox One game I have in my collection. And it's because it's rare replay. I want to have an Xbox One eventually. Maybe at some point, maybe some year, the Xbox One and Microsoft will come out with an exclusive that's actually worth owning an Xbox One for. That's not just retro games. Maybe. I do really want to get that Minecraft skinned Xbox One, the green one. Really nice one. Another RPG, Mass Effect Andromeda. Maybe they've patched it to the point where it's playable and not disgustingly ugly. Final Fantasy 15 Day 1 edition. Probably a better edition out there, but this one was cheap. And another Day 1 edition, Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. Next up, some pawn shop pickups. Been trying to get out of these for a little bit, but this pawn shop I went to made it a point to point them out to me. And to be honest, with some of the ones I picked up and sold, there was some Resident Evil and Silent Hill guides that I picked up and sold. These were basically free. It's just a matter of the space they're going to take up on my shelves. We got Star Ocean Till the End of Time. Wild Arms was a really cool one to see. Dragon Quest VIII. And last and least, Legaia 2, Dual Saga. This one's actually pretty roughed up from what I'm seeing now. Like, that one is not in good condition. Why did I pick this up? I have a weakness for strategy guides. Another pawn shop pickup. I believe I paid $5 for this. Advance War 2, Black Hole Rising for the collection. Another GameStop pickup here. This was amongst all the buying of all the PS4 games for resale. Came across Dragon's Crown Pro even, and it's in the steelbook with the slipcover, and for once, the steelbook is not beat up. A lot of times when I see these steelbooks for games that I want to pick up at GameStop, people destroyed the steelbooks, like they're dented in. Like, instead of just trading it in, they decided to punch it first or something. I don't know. Some online pickups right here from Limited Run Games. they came out with Golf Story, which was literally something that I said before they ever announced it. It was just like, I will wait for the physical copy instead of buying it digitally. And it came out. Also have the little card or whatever. Running out of places to put things in here after I show them. Couple more online purchases. I was going a little bit crazy on eBay. Probably early November, late October. And I was just like buying random things because they were RPGs and because I got a decent price on them. I actually don't remember the price I got for this. I think I paid less than $25 on it. This is the jewel case version of Kingsfield. Usually it comes in the long box. So it was a pretty decent find. This might have been from a game store. This wasn't online. This was Digimon World 4 for the PS2 complete. Decent shape. I believe that was a Game Exchange pickup. Another Game Exchange pickup. We have Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2, March of the Minis. Very fun game. I actually played the first one. I'm assuming the second one is just more of the same. From Sam at the flea market. Picked up these two games in 2 different weeks. This one's actually just the box and manual. Final Fantasy IV Advance. As you can see, I don't know how well it shows up, but the box is kind of heavily damaged. It's a little bit waterlogged, but I didn't have it, and it was practically a throw-in from what I remember. And the manual especially is very waterlogged. I'm not even going to take it out, but you can kind of see in there that it's not in good shape. I have the game already, so I'll just slap the game in there, put a box protector on it, and put it on my shelf. Also picked up Pokemon Trozy. Trozy, who knows? Missing the manual, but it was one of those matching puzzle games that I never played, and it's Pokemon, and I love Pokemon, so. Instead of keeping the heavy hitters for the end, I'm just going to pepper them throughout the video. Picked up 2 games that I ended up keeping from Ted. This isn't the heavy hitter, obviously. This is Final Fantasy 12. Yeah, 12 Revenant Wings. And a casual Castlevania Chronicles. It's casual, you know, no big deal. Very expensive game, but no big deal. NBD, as they say. This next stack is from a couple of NES bundles I picked up this fall/winter. Yeah, this winter. And these are the games I'm keeping. Some of them I'm keeping just because they're variants, like the 2 Grey Cart Legend of Zeldas. Zelda 1, Zelda 2. This one with the manual. Keeping them because, I mean, why not? I didn't really want to have all these variants in my collection, but why not? They're already here. I'm not going out of my way to get them. The stack's about to fall over. A couple games I thought I already had. Specifically these 2. Galaga? How did I not have Galaga? After all these games, I didn't have Galaga. There's no Galaga in there. That's just weird. And also Rampart. Didn't have either of them. I think I didn't have this one either. I think I searched for it. I thought this was just going to be a box copy instead of a loose copy. I didn't have a loose copy. Gauntlet 2. And now some heavier hitters. This was one of the main reasons I picked up one of these deals. We got Shadow of the Ninja. Ninja Gaiden 3. And the bigger one game I didn't think I'd ever own, really. At least not at the decent price I got it at, which was, well, after everything else sold, basically free. Battletoads Double Dragon on the NES. I'm not keeping this, but, I mean, it's right here. I'm not even going out of my way to show it off, but Picked this up at the flea market last weekend for $35. Perfect condition NES control deck. No games or anything. Came from KB. That's the only part that makes me want to keep it, is because a lot of people say they were a Toys R Us kid. I was a KB kid. My mom worked for KB Toys, and I just thought it was a better store. Sorry. Not keeping that just because I have a ton of consoles over there as is. They're just stacked behind each other at this point. It doesn't even make sense to keep them. Keep any more of them, I would say. Let me cut real quick, and let me show you what I got for Christmas. Alright, we're back. What you missed was everything coming tumbling down, as this entire room is a mess. I'm going to give you a little bit behind the scenes. It's a mess. Like, this is what I'm working with here. This is all the stuff I just showed you. This is the stuff I have yet to show you. This is my tripod. What the fuck am I doing here? Like, this place is just a fucking wreck. I gotta get this shit under control. Let me start off with a heavy hitter, because it's right here. For Christmas, this was the last present I opened from my beautiful wife. A Neo Geo Pocket Color. In the past, I had a Neo Geo Pocket. At the time I had picked it up, I was very uninformed on the system. I didn't realize that the Neo Geo Pocket itself only had a couple games, like a handful of games released on it. They immediately then upgraded to Neo Geo Pocket Color, and a lot of the Color games weren't backwards compatible with the, you couldn't play the Color games on the regular Pocket, but you could play the Pocket games on the Color, if that makes sense, if that wasn't just gibberish to you. So got this for Christmas. It was on my list, and it came with Samurai Showdown 2. So I'm very happy to have that in my collection finally. Main thing I really asked for was Switch games, and Switch games I got. Save that one for last. This one I got from my mother. This is All-Star Fruit Racing. Heard good things about it. So I heard people say it was like the second best kart racer on the system. Try it out. It was only $20. Well, it was a Christmas gift, but I know what it was because I lined up the deal. Whatever. Mutant Football League. Very hard for me to say because I'm so used to saying Mutant Football League. Nope, Mutant League Football. I guess I'm terrible at saying it the old way. I don't know. Next up we have SNK Anniversary Collection. A lot of retro titles on there. Namco Museum Arcade Pack. This was on sale at Best Buy. I picked it up for a second for Black Friday and put it back down, and then my wife bought it for me because she knows me. And the last one was another gift from my wife. Katamari Damacy Reroll, which apparently has become kind of hard to find ever since we got it. Luckily, she was able to get a hold of it before it became pretty scarce. I think on eBay it's going for about $60 right now for a game that released at $30. A couple books that I received for Christmas. I don't really know the duality of this, but we got 2 Star Wars books, Be More Yoda or Be More Vader, depending on if I'm feeling more dark side or light side today, I guess. Probably a little bit more Vader. And a bunch of art books that I asked for. They released all these, I think, at like the same time at Target. First up, we have Art and Arcana from Dungeons and Dragons. Very cool book. Got some art and some history. I don't want to accidentally show a nipple and get my channel demonetized, so we'll stop there. These other two I haven't had a chance to flip through yet, but we have Final Fantasy Ultimania Archive. This is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I think they're coming out with a volume 2 that'll have the later games, which I'd also like to get. And Super Mario Bros. Encyclopedia. A little history of the Mushroom Kingdom. And that's gonna do it for this here pickup video. If you'd like to see more of them, stay tuned. Like the video, subscribe if you're new. And, well, let me quit beating around the bush, guys. I'm going to be making videos a lot more often in 2019. I'm not going to say how often, because then I feel like I'm going to be shoehorning myself into something I might not be able to keep up with. But, well, let's just roll a clip at the end of this, and maybe it'll give you a little hint as what's to come on this channel. Keep it real, internet. Love you guys.